will be calculated by dividing the number of people tested by the number of positive results.
Travis Wingoodsell. This is just a quick instructional video to show you how the government of Utah is frauding us as to the seriousness of coronavirus. The video clip comes from the government's YouTube video that they gave as an introduction or instructional video to go over it and review it. It's a YouTube video that you click on the new link that they have on the site that says updated information on the stats, and it goes over the clip that I showed you. And you can see that they take the number of new cases of coronavirus with the division of the number of tested cases, and thus you get the percentage, and that's what they're going by to determine whether we shut down, whether we wear masks, the amount of social distancing groups that we can participate in, and thus is used to help the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints determine the level of opening up the churches and temples and businesses. And it's all fraud. And if you know anything about math, you know exactly how it is being perpetuated upon us. If you'll remember, Friday, 17th, information got leaked from the White House, again, because that's how we ever find anything out about from the White House, is that it gets leaked. And they had found that the White House knew that 18 states, Utah included, needed to be in the red zone. Not orange, not yellow, not green. Red. And that was for the level of coronavirus in Utah. Well, how is the discrepancy? Because 7.2 keeps us in yellow, as the video shows. And so where's the White House getting their information from? They're getting it from Utah. For the 17th, that was for the 6th through the 10th. That was the reporting that they were going by. That's the difference. They use week periods of time rather than the whole time from start to finish. Because how do you manipulate the numbers to show that it's not as serious as people are concerned it might be? Well, you increase the number of testing to decrease the number of new cases. And so that's what Herbert's been doing this whole time, is only testing to keep the new cases controlled to a certain level. And as a result, he's lying to us. So for example, if I were to say that as a governor of Utah, if I were to say, oh yeah, we were testing way back in 2019 and we had so many tests and nobody turned up positive for coronavirus, and I factored in those numbers and boosted up the numbers of the test cases, what's the percentage going to be of the ratio of cases per testing? It's going to be very small. And so that's what they've done, is they've done the whole thing from the beginning when there weren't as many test cases. Well, there were test cases, but I mean there weren't as many positive testing in the beginning. And so that's why they include from the beginning in their total numbers here is to decrease the percentage. Whereas the White House from the CDC were showing that for the 1 week period of the 6th through the 10th, and probably included Sunday and Saturday, most likely, that it was a much higher percentage. And because they narrowed the field to a more recent time period, that's why the difference. That's why it's worse here in Utah than it was at the beginning. But Utah does not want you to know that the coronavirus is worse now, because that means they'd have to shut down the church. No more church, no more temple, and the church just opened up the temples. They just came out with their new temple changes on Monday to the covenants. And missionaries are back out in the field. All of that would have to be stopped again if we are in red, as the White House says we are. That's the con game that they're playing on us. And they're playing with your lives, not just with your financial situation. So I hope that makes sense for you, that we are nowhere near getting better. We are nowhere near keeping it controlled. It's worse and getting worse. And Herbert's lying to us. And the church are going along with it. Because Nelson's a medical doctor, remember? He knows all about viruses and the need to stay home. Who are you going to trust?